Welcome back to the Golden Ticket Pod with your host, Molly Tasker. This is the podcast where self-awareness stops being something that you understand and it becomes where you step into your embodied leader in and out of business. The place where you stop holding yourself back as a businesswoman, stop blending in with the crowd and start leading with authenticity of who you are down to the core. It's time to lead differently or not lead at all. Welcome back to the Golden Ticket Pod. I just wanted to start this episode before we dive into it, just to really say thank you and that I'm so fucking grateful for every single one of you that is listening along, following along, watching, subscribing, all of the things. I am so fucking grateful. It literally makes me so happy, makes me so emotional to know that this is something I've been wanting to do for such a long time. And I kept putting it off because there were lots of things holding me back. And then I literally got to the point the other week, about a month ago, and I was like, no, do you know what? People need to hear what I want to say. And this is going to be a platform where I can really connect with my audience. Don't want it to be just one of them like podcasts where you listen along and don't do anything with it. Like, I really want you to implement from what we learn in these podcast episodes. I want you to be in my DMs. Like, I want to be talking to you all. Like, I want to find out how you found the episodes. Like, when I was getting feedback from the first episode that was like the introduction, honestly, like, it made me so fucking happy. And I really want to be that podcaster that actually interacts with you. Like, I don't want it to be just one of them things where you feel like you're just listening to me and I'm on the other side of the screen. Like, I actually want to hear how it's helped you, like how you're implementing and all of the things. And I've literally had the most amazing feedback already. So thank you so much to everyone who has listened in so far and sent me some feedback. It does not go unnoticed, and I literally love you all so fucking much. Yeah, and I'm just really happy I'm starting to do this podcast because I feel like it is needed in this industry. And I know there's a lot of people that do podcasts, and a lot of them, they're fucking amazing. Like, I love to listen to a podcast, but also I think it's really needed in this industry to know that you can do business however the fuck you want to do business. Like, it's time to stop listening to all of the outside noise all of the time, which might seem quite weird because I'm doing a podcast and I'm like obviously an outside noise to you. But I'm literally here telling you that it's okay to do things the way that you want to do things. It's okay to work differently from everyone else. It's okay to work differently from your coaches, from your friends in the industry, from your friends who are in corporate jobs, whatever it might be. It is okay to work different. And that is what I really support all of my clients with and everyone in my audience with, because like, I was in such a place before where it felt wrong to be doing things differently. It felt wrong to be working at 10 o'clock at night if that's what I wanted to do. It felt wrong to be not switching off at 5 o'clock. It felt wrong to be not doing my content in a certain strategic way and all of the things. And obviously, yes, strategy comes to play. But the key with strategy is making a strategy that actually fucking works for you. Okay. That is your personal, unique strategy that is not the same as anyone else's. And that's literally what I've created for myself in my business. I've created a strategy that is so unique to me that to anyone else, it might be like, what the fuck? So like, even with like down to me posting on my socials and my podcasts and just my offers and everything like that, like, it's so unique to me. And honestly, I've never felt so aligned and so in tune with my business and with my life. And honestly, like, if you're following me at the moment and watching my journey, if you're watching this at this moment in time, you will know that I am doing a challenge. I've set myself a massive, massive goal of hitting my old yearly salary in 90 days. So this is for the Q2 period, and we started on the 1st of April. And honestly, like, I'm fucking loving it so much. But the past me 6 months ago, a year ago, would not have set a goal like that for myself, would not have been that big, bold, outrageous self. She would not have believed that it was possible. And she definitely wouldn't have shared it on social media because her thoughts back then would have been, well, what if I fail? Then everyone else is going to see that I failed, and then like it just looks fucking shit and all of the things. And what if I can't stay consistent? Things are fucking different now because I've got so aligned, because I've got rid of everything that's holding me back. And I have such a different belief system that I know no matter what, I can set whatever goal I fucking put my mind to. And consistency is just down to me. It's just down to whether I actually show up and do the work. And this time is so fucking different already. Even on the days where I don't feel like recording, like I will get up, I will put my fucking makeup on, put a bad bitch song on, and record that video to post. Even if that's the only thing I record all day, I will record that video to post, because I am so fucking adamant that this goal is going to happen for me. And that is literally what I'm here to support other women with. It's leading differently or not at all. If you're going to lead the same as everyone else in the fucking industry, there is no fucking point of you being here. And that is me saying it in the most bluntest way possible, because why do you want to be the same as everyone else? Why do you want to be a copycat of someone else? Why do you want to sell the exact same things that someone else sells? Be different. That is how people are going to recognize you. That is how people are going to see you for who you are, and actually see your true talents, and actually want to fucking invest in you. So lead differently or not at all, okay? And that kind of links me on to this podcast episode. So I put a poll on my stories, and the most voted for was the one that said, the Monday that changed my life. Turned it upside down, threw it into a fucking tornado, and it went spinning and spinning and spinning. But then it's all settled down. Okay. And honestly, that Monday was the most powerful Monday I have ever had in my whole fucking life, right? It was absolutely fucking crazy. And it was the 22nd of December, 2025. And I'd been at work all day. I was working in a nursery at the time, 2-3 days a week. And I was at work all day. I used to do really long shifts. I used to do 7:30 till 6:30. And I got home, and I was supposed to have a date night with my partner at the time, because we'd been in a rocky place for the past 6 months. I'll be completely honest with you. Like, we nearly broke up in the summer. We said we'd try and make things work, and shit just still wasn't feeling good. And we were supposed to have a date night. That's what we had agreed on. So I got home, obviously expecting him to be there, and he wasn't there. I got a message when I was at work, and it was like, I'm going to go out to the pub for a few drinks. I was like, okay, cool. But he didn't rock back up till like 9:30 at night. His phone was on do not disturb the whole time. And honestly, like, it clicked something in me, and it just shifted something in me. And in that fucking moment, I was literally like, no, I deserve more. I am worthy of so much fucking more. Bearing in mind the past 6 months, like, I kid you not, it's actually quite fucking embarrassing, but I was groveling. Like, I was literally doing everything in my fucking power for that relationship not to end, because of certain reasons, because of like a lot of fear that I had and stuff like that. So obviously, as well, if you know my journey, you know that I cut contact with my family and everything like that. And now I'm back in contact with them. Like, I'm living with my mum at the moment. And honestly, it's the best thing ever. Like, I've never been happier. And looking back, like, I can see the mistakes I made as a kid and as like a young woman. And I would never fucking make them mistakes again. But besides the point, like, I was so fucking scared to leave within those 6 months, and I was literally fucking groveling. Like, it's actually so fucking embarrassing looking back. But that all had to happen for a reason. And that Monday, something just fucking switched in me. He got home and he went to the toilet, and I was like, look, you need to come down fucking ASAP. I was like, because we need to have a chat. Like, this ain't on. And there was other shit going on as well. And I literally remember sitting down with him. I was on the bed, he was on his gaming chair, and I was literally like, I deserve so much more. I am worthy of so much more. Neither of us are happy. So what the fuck are we doing? Like, and I stood in my power so fucking much. I think that was the day that I have stood in my power the most my entire life. And I felt so fucking proud of myself for doing that. And I did give him the option. I said to him, either we fix up on this, you treat me how I deserve to be treated, and vice versa, because it's a two-way street. I'm also the type of person where, like, I see where I go wrong as well, and I will always actively work on myself. So yeah, there was that. But then we decided 2 days later on Christmas Eve that we was going to break up. And honestly, for the next 5 days, I would say, or a week, I felt like I was distraught. I was like, oh my fucking God, like what the actual fuck? Maybe not even that. Maybe not even that. It was Christmas Eve we broke up, and then on the Saturday, the 27th, I got the closure that I needed. And from then on, I was actually good, which is really fucking weird. It's the weirdest thing ever. So yeah, we broke up on the Christmas Eve because I basically demanded the answer out of him. I was like, look, you can't keep holding me on fucking hooks on what's happening, whether we're going to try and make it work, whether we're just going to fucking sack it off because it's not worth it, whatever it is. And I'm so happy that the answer was that we ended it. So fucking happy. I had to spend Christmas Day there, and then I come to my mum's on Boxing Day. And honestly, like, that in itself was such a fucking scary move for me to make. So when I started speaking to him on that Monday and saying, like, this is it, like, this is not what I want for my future. This is not how I see myself in my future. The way I am around you isn't me. I was like, and you can ask anyone around me to describe me, and they would describe the complete opposite person to how you would describe me. And I was like, and that's how I know this isn't right. I was like, I'm not happy. I'm literally crying all the time, panic attacks all the time. I was suffering really, really fucking bad with disassociation, to the point that I would literally be in Tesco's or in a shop, walking down the street, and I would nearly throw up. Like, it was that bad. Like, my body would twitch, my eyes would twitch, everything. Like, my legs were shaking constantly. It was fucking mad. And I was like, and this is how I know this isn't right, because my body is telling me, and now my mind is telling me as well. So, like, I stepped into my power. And that Monday threw my life into a fucking tornado. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I had no idea where I would go, like, where my life would take me. I had no idea how I would afford a place in London, because that's where I was living at the time. And obviously, if you know London, you know it's fucking expensive. And I was like, fuck, like, what the hell come over me? Because that was the main reason why I hadn't made that decision sooner, because I had no idea what I was going to do with myself. And if I was going to become homeless, I literally signed up to the fucking homeless thing on Christmas Day with my ex's mum at the time. And honestly, like, it was scary. It was the most scariest thing. Then obviously I moved in with my mum, and that was scary as well, because I hadn't seen my mum or spoken to her really in 3.5 years since my 21st birthday. That was the last time I saw all of my family and really spoke to them all properly, because so much shit went down, which, looking back, I can see that they was all just trying to protect me and be there for me. But obviously, little 19-year-old me at the time, who had other opinions going into her head as well, did not see it like that. But things are on the mend now. Like, things are so much better. Me and my mum are closer than what we ever was before. Like, everything is doing so much better in that department. But I was so fucking scared at the time. Like, I didn't know how things were going to be. I did not know how quickly things would slot back into place. I didn't know if things would ever slot back into place. I didn't know if I could ever have that relationship with my family and with my mum again that we had before. I didn't know how things would just go. Like, it was scary. It was the biggest, scariest decision I have ever made in my life. And honestly, when you make those big, scary decisions, those are the times when your life will change for the better. And I can tell you that for a fact. So obviously I come here on Boxing Day, and then things were still sort of left unsaid within the relationship. So it was still very much left on the terms of, I need to go and find myself, give me a week, blah, 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 all of the other shit that happens, as you break up, whatever. So I was still left on the hooks, and I was still in that mind of, are we going to try and make this work one last time? I literally said, I was like, look, we can give it a month, see if anything changes in a month. If it doesn't, we're fucking done, whatever. And I just sent one last message, and I was like, look, this is the last message you're ever going to get of me ever trying with you. I was like, and if your answer right now is that we're not going to work, we're not going to try, then fine. Like, I'm done with you for the rest of my life. You will never see me again. And I'm very hot on my word when I say things like that. Like, I mean it, and I will stick by it. And we then decided, no, that was it. Let's be done. Week and a half after we broke up, he decided to go on holiday with another girl. They were just friends, but now they're together. You know how the story goes. And the funniest thing is that when I saw that they was on holiday together, I felt pissed off, because I was like, you've lied to me again. You've betrayed my trust again. You've told me that you're not going to move on so quickly. You've told me that you're trying to find yourself. And it's funny how you're finding yourself under another girl. But it is what it is, Got to do what you got to do, I guess. But that was all I felt. I felt betrayed. I felt like I had just been stabbed in the back. I didn't feel upset. It did not upset me one bit that my ex had moved on within a week and a half after breaking up. And it was in that moment that I realised that that decision that we made was for the best, because I was like, wow. I was like, any other person that has been in a relationship for 5.5 years would probably feel really hurt at the fact that they've moved on so quickly, would probably feel really shitty about it. But I didn't. I just felt disrespected. That was literally my thing. Just felt disrespected. So that Monday literally just fucking changed my life forever. Absolutely changed my life forever. And I got that closure on the Saturday when we ended things. And then obviously I got the extra closure that I needed when I found out that they went on holiday together so soon after we broke up. And I was literally just like, wow. Like, I was sat there in the moment and I was like, I feel guilty for not being upset. I remember talking to like my friends, my coaches, and I was like, I actually feel really guilty for not being sad about this. Like, and I don't know why I don't feel sad, but it was because like that relationship was never right for me, and it was only there to teach me lessons that I needed to be taught. It was only there to help me be where I am today, to be able to be sitting here doing this podcast, sitting here doing the content that I'm doing, sitting here helping the clients that I'm helping. Like, since my breakup, I've probably helped about 3-4 friends through breakups, through shitty relationships, and it's only been 3 months. Like, but this is what I was meant for. I was meant to be this coach. I was meant to be this mentor, to help other women decide and realize that they can live life exactly how they want to live life. Like, they don't have to be scared, and the things they're scared of are going to be the things that actually support them the most. Like, I had so many people over the years tell me that the love that I gave, I deserved to get that love back, that I deserved to be shown what love actually really felt like. I deserved to be treated right. I deserved so much more. I had so many people tell me that I was being held back, maybe not intentionally through that relationship, but that relationship did hold me back a fucking lot, okay? And coming out of that relationship, I can see how much it was holding me back, because the way I've moved since is so fucking different, honestly. So different. So yeah. But how that Monday changed my life, back to the original story, because you'll get to know this about me. I waffle and I can talk for fucking ages. Absolutely fucking ages. So, obviously we broke up on the Christmas Eve, and I got that closure on the Saturday, and then everything started to change. Like, I wasn't really crying anymore. Like, after I had that final cry on the Saturday, like, I wasn't really crying. The only thing I ever cried about after that was just me feeling really shitty for the past version of me that went through everything she went through, that made certain decisions, that was in such a bad state. Like, I was in a really bad mental state, especially last year. So yeah, that was literally the only thing I really cried about after that. I didn't cry about the relationship. I didn't cry about the breakup. I didn't cry or ever think that I wanted him back. Like, that has never crossed my mind since. And honestly, I've never been happier. And I had so many people tell me at the time, leaving a 5.5 year relationship is going to be really hard. It's going to take you ages to heal from. You're going to be really upset all of the time. It's going to be just really fucking hard. And I didn't feel that way. I felt like it was the easiest decision I've ever made, even though at that moment in time it was probably the hardest and scariest. But that was only because of external factors. That wasn't because I didn't know what I was going to do without him. It was because I didn't know how my life was going to turn out. And it was the best decision I've ever fucking made. It was the easiest thing I've had to heal from, but also I think that's because I put a lot of the work in throughout the years. Like, I've done a lot of self-development work over the years. I've done a lot of healing work, especially over those 6 months. I started to live my life already. Like, I was my main priority, and that's what changed it for me. That's what gave me the power that I needed. And honestly, like, it was the best fucking thing ever that I have ever done in my life. Because since then, a month after we broke up, so 24th of January 2026, I was guest speaking at my coach's retreat. I booked onto this retreat. It's the New Year thing, and it's every single year. And I knew when I booked onto it, didn't know why I needed it, but I knew I needed it. And at that moment in time when I was there, I literally remember saying to people, I was like, it's fucking clicked. I needed it to heal from a lot of traumas and a lot of emotional baggage that I had, but also I needed it to step into my power in that next level, to step into that power that when I stepped into my power the month before, it was that then next level of actually doing it for me and for my business and for my future and for all of the goals that I had. And so I wasn't holding myself back anymore. And honestly, like, I was then guest speaking at her retreat, the first ever guest speaker session I've ever done. And I loved every second of it. Like, the feedback I got was absolutely incredible. It was absolutely amazing. And I just felt like I was in my element. I felt like I was in my power. And that was a month after a breakup. Like, I got a message 2 weeks after the breakup from my coach. She was like, look, I know you're going through a lot. If you don't want to do this, if you don't want to go ahead, that's absolutely fine. We don't need to. And I said, no, I'm not letting anything in this world hold me back any longer. Like, this is my time to show to myself, to show to the world, to show to everyone, but mainly myself, that I can handle anything. Like, and I can do anything. I can be in my power, and I'm going to use this, everything that I've been through over the past 6 years, to really be in my fucking power. And that's exactly what I did. So I was guest speaking at her retreat, and it was amazing. She trusted me that much guest speaking that she was sitting there painting her fucking toenails. And then a month after that, I really realised, so 24th of Feb, I was sitting there and I really realised the growth that I have had within myself the past 6 months. So that was the day that I sat there and I just was like, wow. I was looking at my stories from 6 months ago, from September, and my stories on my Instagram were talking about how I was in a really shit place mentally, how I was really suffering with dissociation, having daily panic attacks, crying myself to sleep, and the fact that Obviously, no one in my audience would have known that because I wasn't showing it to them, not because I wasn't being authentic, but because I like to show things after I've experienced it, after I've been through it, so I can actually help people through it as well. So yeah, like I've had this idea of being able to help people through stuff like this since the breakup, but it wasn't right until now because I needed to go through all the motions myself. So I was literally sitting there and I was like, wow, the growth that I've had is actually fucking insane. Like, actually so mental. And then a month later, 24th of March, it felt like a quantum leap day. And I'm not even kidding you. And I was on my stories about this again, and I was just talking about how quantum leaps, yes, in the moment, they are in the moment. And yes, you literally feel like fucking hell, like this has all just happened all in one moment. But it was actually all of the work that I'd put in the past 3 months to my business, to myself, that helped this quantum leap actually happen. And it felt like the most magical day. Like I had like 10 new leads. I had a new sign up. I had like new leads in my admin business. Like I had people renewing my admin business. I had payments come through. Everything just felt so aligned, like, and everything was just falling into place. And so many messages of people saying that they resonated with my content, that they could really see how much I was glowing and how much I was shining and how much I was just like me. And everyone that knew me before was like, you're you again. And to have that validation as well, like I always say, you don't need external validation. And I didn't need external validation because I knew I was me again in that moment. But to have that was so fucking nice because it was like, okay, it's not just me that can see it. It's not just me that can feel that I'm back again, that I've like refound my spark, that I've actually tapped into who I am again and fully embodied her and feel so fucking powerful doing it. It was the most amazing thing. And honestly, that Quantum Leap day was just incredible. Like, it was the most amazing. And I've had the most like amazing content ideas. I literally done a post where it was like, I'm ready to start dating again. And it actually wasn't about me dating at all. It was like a dating profile for my like clients. And honestly, like it went so well. Like I had the best engagement on it and everything. And I had the best feedback, and I'm continuing that series as well. So you're going to see on my Instagram, there's going to be more to that series. So watch out. Like I'm now doing human design hot takes. I'm doing my making my old yearly salary with me in 90 days over on TikTok. And it just feels so amazing. Like I've never felt so in tune and so in line with myself and my business. And that is down to that decision that I made 3 months ago, where I stood in my power and I said, I deserve more. And because I stood in my power and I said, I deserve more, the universe was like, we're fucking giving it to you, bitch. We are rewarding you for taking this step and making this leap because you've just done the scariest thing in your life. Like you've literally stepped into a life that is so unknown to you. It could have gone the complete opposite way, but it didn't because my mindset was like, no, this is going to go exactly how I imagine it or even better. And it went even better. And I'm a big believer in whatever is meant for me will not pass me by. So, yeah, like I've literally had the best 3 months. Like, I've never felt more like me. I've never been happier. Like, I've literally, like, barely cried since, which is good. Like, I'm not someone that I will hold my emotions in. When I was younger, I would definitely hold my emotions in. But now, like, if I want to cry, I will cry. And I just haven't felt like I've needed to cry. Like, I've been so happy. I've been so excited by life. I've been so in love with life, which I forgot what that had felt like. And to be honest, I don't know if I've ever felt that. And honestly, like, I've just never been better. And that is why I'm so passionate about what I do and how I help women with everything in stepping into themselves, refinding themselves again, because I know the power that's inside it. And I know how lit up you feel when you finally feel aligned, not just with business, but with life and with yourself again. And this all started happening Like, the reason why I made that decision to stand in my power and decide I deserved more and all of the things was because I was looking into my human design again. So I started pivoting my business into the theme park, which what you'll see is now, but I never actually took the action on it. And I think that was because I needed to go through everything that I went through so I could fully embody it how I was supposed to embody it and fully be that woman that was holding everything and that could actually confidently sit there and say, you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. You can be doing whatever the fuck you want to be doing in life. You can run your business however the fuck you want to run it and not be held back by anything around you. And obviously I was being held back a lot without even knowing it. So as soon as like obviously that breakup happened, everything started shifting for me in terms of actually stepping into that embodied leader myself. And I was looking back into my human design in the summer when I was really trying to re-find myself so I could heal. And honestly, like, that's when everything started changing for me. That's when all of my beliefs started changing. That's when I started believing in myself more. That's literally like, it is down to my human design. And not because of human design itself, because it's a blueprint or whatever, but because it helped me to reconnect with myself. It helped me to understand that it's okay for me to live life differently. It's okay for me to do things differently to other people. It's okay for me to like interact with the world differently. And it really helped me come back home to me on who I actually am as a person. And that helped me to obviously like re-find my spark, re-find my inner pink, and ultimately then make them decisions in the long run of realizing I deserved so much more. So yeah, like the work that I do is so fucking transformational. It's so empowering. It's so magnetic and connecting. And I don't want to sit back on it anymore. Like, I sat back on it for so fucking long because I needed those transformations myself. And I absolutely fucking love helping women through these transformations too, whether that's through breakups that they're going through, whether that's through shitty relationships, whether that's through just feeling like they've lost themselves. Like, I've got a lovely lady that I'm helping at the moment who feels like she's lost herself since becoming a mum, and that's obviously not the kid's fault at all, but it is a normal part of life to lose yourself. And combining human design with actually knowing you as a person changes the game so fucking much. Like, every time I do human design readings on people, they're like, how do you know that about me? Like, that's crazy. But I'm so good at reading people. And it's because I actually spend the time getting to know you as a person and where you're at right now, your goals and all of the things like that. And yeah, so that is today's episode. It was a bit more of a personal one today rather than like a business teaching one or whatever. But I feel like it really does relate to the identity shifts, and just I want this to be a reminder that the scary actions are always the best actions. They're always the ones that are gonna set you forward so much more. If I was still in that relationship and I didn't make that decision, there is no way I'd be sitting here right now doing this podcast, making the sales that I'm making in business, having the inquiries that I'm having the connections that I've had, glowing the way that I'm glowing, feeling this happy. Like, there is no way I would be like this right now if I was still in that relationship and I didn't make that decision. So I'm not sitting here telling you to go leave your shitty boyfriends. I mean, if you want to, fucking do it. It might be the best thing for you. But I'm just sitting here telling you to make those scary decisions, whether that's in business, in life. Maybe it's an investment that you want to make. Maybe it's a piece of content you want to put out. Whatever it is that's scaring you at the moment, fucking do it. And I want to see you in my DMs. I want to see you telling me what that scary thing is that you keep putting off, that keeps going to the back of your mind. And you might not even think they're scary, but if it's going to the back of your mind, there is some part of you that's scared. I want you to come and tell me, and I'm going to hold you accountable to fucking showing up for it and fucking doing it, because it is going to change your life. Take those bold, outrageous fucking actions. They are going to change your life. Yeah. So I hope you've liked today's episode, and do not forget the giveaway is still running. So when we hit 50 followers and subscribers overall, then the giveaway is going to go out, the prize is going to go out. And I'm counting everyone's entries. So you get an entry when you subscribe and follow, and you get another entry if you rate the podcast, and then you also will get another entry if you post about it on your stories, and you will get 2 entries if you can post about it on your stories with a picture of you in a theme park or at a fun fair or eating candy floss or something related like that. Okay, so the giveaway is still going. We are going to be there soon with the followers, and I can feel that the giveaway is going to go out very, very soon. But also remember to send me your screenshots of when you have followed and rated, because I can't see who's followed and rated me. So you need to send me your screenshots if you want to enter the giveaway. Yeah. And I'm so excited for the next episode. I hope you have enjoyed today. Go and do that scary thing, and love you so much. Lead differently or not at all.